Morning, happy Friday, and welcome to the tea. Today, I will be hosting a special guest, a student, Evelyn, who is super awesome. You're about to meet her, but before you do, I wanted to share the tea that we'll be drinking. I actually live a couple blocks from Evelyn, so out on my afternoon walk a few days ago, I dropped off a tea bag filled with spirit chai. Generally, I'm not a chai person, but we're going to see how this goes. It contains a very thorough description. I have to say, one of the things I really like about this Dollar Tea Club situation is that they give you nice little descriptions of everything that you're going to drink. Um, I just discovered they also have a hashtag that says hashtag tea it up for a chance to win fun freebies. I think if I post this episode along with the hashtag tea it up and put it on Twitter, this could become my viral moment. I honestly think it's very likely to happen. Anyway, Spirit Chai contains black tea, ginger, cinnamon, cardamom. Those are two hard things to say together. Cinnamon, cardamom, cinnamon, cardamom, cinnamon. Okay, one more try. Cinnamon, cardamom. Okay, this is the worst day of my life. Okay, so actually, black tea, ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, black and white pepper, clove, nutmeg, and lemongrass leaves. Those things all sound really good individually, but the idea of putting them together is a little bit wonky to me. But we're gonna make it happen because apparently the people over at Dollar Tea Club and the people at the Spirit Chai Factory have decided that this is a good thing. It smells really good. Chai has a very strong scent to it. It's traditionally associated with India. It's often drank there. But typically when you drink it in India, it's like kind of made into like a stew with milk and stuff. And y'all know, or maybe you don't know, that I think milk is disgusting. So I will not be putting milk in this. But it definitely has a kind of like an autumnal or even a wintry taste. It smells like something you would drink on Christmas Eve if you were not drinking hot chocolate. And I think it's going to be good. We'll find out. We'll find out what Evelyn thinks. So here we go. Let's meet Evelyn. Evelyn, are you there? Yay! You didn't have to install anything, did you?
You
didn't have to install something, did you?
No, it was just I had to add the extension. It wasn't like it was nothing.
Okay.
I put the tea. I found that we had this mug. It's a Ruth Bader Ginsburg mug.
RBG, the Notorious. Love it.
I know.
Oh, very snaz. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty splendid. I woke up recently and then I was having some anxiety because I know that you and your pal Paige always like to do your beautification practices before coming onto a Zoom call, and I do not do that. And so I put on some mascara, which you can barely even see, but it happened. But I did that for you, which is saying a lot because we've been quarantined and I haven't put any makeup on my face at all for a really long time.
I like doing it. Paige thinks it's an obligation. I just have fun. So I find makeup.
I just always remember that lovely episode of Full House when DJ goes to like a brownie slumber party or something with the Girl Scouts, and she doesn't have a mom to come with her, and she's all upset, and she like tries to put makeup on, and Aunt Becky comes and she's like, the secret to wearing makeup is to make it look like you're not wearing any. And I've always held on to that because it's so beautiful and touching. All right, so I told our listeners, viewers, about this tea that we're drinking. Have you brewed yourself some spirit chai?
Yes, I tried.
You tried? Did you succeed?
I woke up so early I was scared I was gonna mess it up. So I did it early, so it might be a little cold, but I was scared. I don't want to be late, so I didn't want to mess it up.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I wish I had your punctuality. I was reading the ingredients. It's a very weird combination of items. I was also trying to read them, and I cannot say the words cinnamon and cardamom right after each other because that's really challenging.
What's cardamom?
Cardamom. It's like a weird spice. I think sometimes people put it in like bread and maybe in some ethnic cuisine. I don't know. Ethnic cuisine. What even does that mean? I don't even know. Anywho, I am delighted to have you here, and I was wondering, first of all, if you could share just how quarantine life is going.
Quarantine is doing great. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have a nice living conditions, and I have a nice, I mean, my family's pretty enjoyable sometimes. So quarantine's been fine. I mean, I've been trying to keep myself busy, like waking up earlier and trying to like always be doing something, because sometimes, especially during this time, it's hard, to keep yourself busy.
Mhm.
But overall, it's been pretty enjoyable. I mean,
Oh no, I just lost your sound for a second. It looks like you're a talking puppet. Yeah, I don't hear anything. This is where you can talk about me all you want, say mean things.
unstable.
Oh, there you are again.
Oh.
Connection was unstable?
Yeah, that's what it said. I don't know.
What the
It's
heck?
my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I'm getting good at cutting and pasting things. So what do you miss the most about school?
Probably the people. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm like gonna miss finals or stuff like that. But
Me neither.
it was nice being able to like see teachers and like my friends and just everyone.
Do you feel
That's,
like you're going to emerge from this experience with some kind of new wisdom? And if so, what is that wisdom?
I don't know. Maybe I'll like learn to appreciate school back more. I feel like that's mainly I'm gonna bring out of this, or just being able to like go places without having to like suit up, and
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna have a newfound respect for school and teachers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel similarly. I think I'm going to come back with a deeper gratitude for some of the little things, even some of the things that I found were annoying. I'm going to be appreciative. All right, so I want to give this tea a taste. It looks very dark in
I
hue.
like barely gotta sit there because it's hot, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, my mother says I have an asbestos tongue because I can drink really hot beverages, which is, I don't know, good or bad, but it's a thing. All right, let's give this a little taste here.
Yep.
I don't hate that. What is your feeling?
I like it.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm not really a tea connoisseur like you. I don't know my teas that well because I've never really drank tea, and my sisters did though. But I mean, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Fair share of like maybe 3 teas.
Wow, I did not know we were dealing with such a tea newbie. This is exciting. So I'm gonna challenge you to try some other ones this week because this is definitely a very distinct flavor. Not all tea is of this ilk, but I kind of like this. I kind of thought I was gonna not like the chai situation because it smells so strong. It kind of reminds me of those bags of pine cones that they have in the grocery store around like November. Yeah, but no, I like it. It's tasty. I feel like would you add sweetener to it in future experiences?
Probably. I mean, I'm a bit of a sweet tooth, so.
Same. Yeah. I feel like I could use some honey or some sugar or something. Recently I decided I want to start experimenting with maple syrup in my baked goods instead of sugar because apparently it's healthier. I don't know how that's a thing. I mean, I guess it's coming from a tree, but I feel like it's going to be an expensive habit because maple syrup ain't cheap. But I think you probably need a lot less of it. So I don't know. So I have a couple things I want to discuss with you on today's episode without trying to make it 5 hours long. So the first thing I want to share with you is my little bit of positivity because I know I'm bringing you because you are the positivity and you've got something to share, but I have to tell you because something really cool happened yesterday. So I have been, one of my New Year's resolutions for 2020 was to write a thank you note every day of the year. And I've been recording who I write my thank yous to so I don't repeat the same person incessantly. Sometimes that's okay, but I don't want to like do it at the same time like twice in a week. And then also just because I think it's great to have like a daily gratitude practice. And so recently I was really just kind of feeling the love for Governor Murphy, our New Jersey state governor, because he's just the bomb diggity. Like he just went to surgery to have a cancerous thing removed from him and should have been like on bed rest and instead came back to like a national global pandemic and has handled it like a boss, I think, in a lot of ways. And so I just was like, dude, that man needs some gratitude. So I creepy style stalked up his address because there's like an official governor's address in New Jersey, but he doesn't actually live there. So I creepy stalked him. If you want creepy stalking instructions, I'll make a video with those later. But so I creepy stalked him and I wrote this letter just thanking him for all the things he's doing. And I said, like, I'm a teacher and I just really appreciate the great work you're doing. And I feel very secure living in this state. I don't even remember exactly what I wrote, but I figured that I was just going to spread some love and that was going to be it. Love out in the world. And then yesterday I come home and I check my mail and I get this pretty little envelope and I'm like, oh, my friend from my principal school program wrote me. It looked like the town she was from in my head. And I was like, oh, it's from her. And that would have been cool. But instead it was a letter, like handwritten from the governor's wife.
That's so cool. Wait.
So first of all, her handwriting is sick. It looks like a font.
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, it's legit handwritten from her. And it's got like their last name on the top. And I am obviously trying to be her best friend now. And I have followed her on Twitter. And I am just so floored. And I feel like a little bit of me wants to become the next first lady of a state, not the country, that's too much. Also, I would kill Donald. Well, I guess I wouldn't have to be his wife. I could be the wife of a future president. I'm actually not of presidential age yet. It'll be when I'm 35. So next year I could run myself, and then I could have a first man. But anyway, I would really prefer to get to be the first lady of a state where I can write correspondence to weirdos like my current self. What's that?
Like, what did she say? Like, what did she mention?
Well, it started off by, Dear Miss Whitman, comma, Dear Sarah. And I like that. She gave me 2 names. And then she said, you're so wonderful to have reached out to Phil, offering your support during these unprecedented times. And then she used a colon because she's a grammar boss. Okay. And then she said, thank you. Your letter is inspiring and so very well received by me and all in our family. And I obviously immediately envisioned the Murphy family sitting around their dinner table reading out loud the letter that some strange weirdo sent to them. And it just continues on and says lovely things, but oh my gosh, I was just floored. So my positivity for today is a letter from the governor, which gives new meaning to the phrase, hello, governor, because now, hello, governor's wife.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
So yes.
They did that. They like could respond.
I know. I feel like the world is a beautiful place when I see things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're so right.
So tell me, because really I want to know about your positivity. What's bringing you joy in this crazy time?
I've been doing a lot of different things. We've been doing a lot of games and puzzles in this house because we've been a part of this like puzzle trade where my mom bought some puzzles and we've been trading with other people and they're all like 1,000 piece puzzles.
That's so many pieces.
We've done I think 3 so far, and it's really fun. I'm not the biggest fan of puzzles, but we have recently got our Xbox kind of like rejuvenated because it was kind of very falling behind on its new technology, and my dad was only using it for like one thing. So we decided to like install everything and like kind of renew it. And I've been playing like a lot of Minecraft. Like it's like an unhealthy amount of Minecraft. And
you are not the first person to tell me that they're spending a lot of time on Minecraft. And that's like you're building a virtual city kind of Sims-ish.
So with I have like my own worlds, but the one I've been playing the most, because you can like kind of select which world you want to go. Me, Muriel and Claudia, my sisters, and my dad because we only have 4 remotes, so my mom can't play. But
your dad plays with you. Oh my gosh, I love it.
He really likes Xbox, but we've been playing the survival world together because you can like play on creative and like be able to like fly and do all this stuff. But survival, you like start from the very bottom, and we've been playing like for like only like a week and a half now, but we're pretty far in because we've just been playing like from like 8 to like 12 at night, and we've just been like, and it's a really good time-consuming kind of thing. It's probably not the most healthy one because there's some better ones we've been playing, which I'm going to mention. But it's just been really good, and it's a really fun game to play.
I love the family bonding. Now, can we go back to the jigsaw puzzles for a second? Because I should reveal that I hate puzzles. I do not like. Well, I hate jigsaw puzzles. I like crossword puzzles and like things like that. But jigsaw puzzles make me so infuriated. And I have a roommate who loves herself a jigsaw puzzle, and neither of us is very confrontational, so I don't think she knows how much I despise puzzles. but I think one day I made it kind of clear, because one day she gets this puzzle and it's like a bazillion pieces, and she put it on our kitchen table, but like underneath the tablecloth, so that you could just roll the tablecloth back over it when you weren't working on it. And I was like, oh no, you didn't. You seriously just put a like bazillion piece puzzle, spread it all over our table, and you think you're just going to cover it with a tablecloth and move on? And I was like, not having it. So I think I didn't really say all my feelings. I just kind of let it happen. But then, you know, she finished it and I was like, yes, best day ever. And then like a few weeks go by, we're quarantined. She's like, I bought a puzzle. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And so I come home from somewhere one day and she's got this whole puzzle spread. And I think I gave her like a serious stink eye look of death, because she, I didn't say anything, but well, maybe I said something, but I didn't say like, get that puzzle off the table. I just gave the stink eye of death. And I did it unintentionally. Like I was not trying to, but maybe I was a little, I don't know. But so a few hours later, I noticed that she has transplanted the puzzle and moved it all upstairs to an area of the floor. And I was like, I know that's not as comfortable a place to do a puzzle, but I did not say anything, because I was just like, because I can't handle all this. I mean, it stresses me out seeing all those pieces everywhere.
It's like we do it right on this table behind me.
Okay. Is that also the table where you eat food?
Not always, because we also have another table, like a nook.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we usually eat there, but on like Sunday and Saturday dinners, we eat at the big table because it's like fancier. Mm-hmm. And my mom starts them like Saturday morning at like 6 a.m. when she's like, you know, or like whenever she's up super early. And then she works on them like all day, kind of like by herself, because we're usually like doing something on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. And then on Sunday, we all kind of get together and work on it, but we refuse to like break it. So it's just like sitting on like the edge of our table, and it's like, they're like huge. They're like, you know.
Oh, you mean like after you finished it, you just want it to like hang there?
So it just sits there for like days, and I'm like kind of like, guys, when are we moving it? But I don't think we have any of the ones we've done, but this is like the next one we're gonna do. It's like this sun, I don't know. It's like night and day. Welcome to Las Vegas. I think we traded with someone.
City, nice.
So
if you're doing these trades, then don't you, when you finish it, don't you have to take it apart and give it to the next person?
Yeah, but it's like not like an obligated, like it's more like a relaxed kind of trade. So it's like, okay. I don't know, but
when you do these trades, do you like creepy style, like leave it on the porch and run away like a ninja?
I don't know. My mom just like told me that she would just go, and I think they do like a ninja style kind of like switch, or they just drop it off.
I like it.
My mom bought like 4 puzzles when we first heard about the quarantine maybe happening. So we've had like a good amount just kind of in our house already, and then we've done those, so like we don't really have to rush to break them apart. But then the first puzzle we did, we were like most proud of because it was like the first one and we didn't think we could do it. Mm-hmm. So we didn't break that for like a week. So we just kind of like used this like folding table and just like pushed it onto the folding table and then pushed it onto like our the peninsula, and it's just.
Maybe you need to like frame that thing or something. I mean, there's a way to do that. I don't know what it is, because again, I hate puzzles.
Probably like you pour.
I also think it's funny that your mom, in the moment of thinking we might have a quarantine, went and bought puzzles. I think it's so funny when I hear from people about like what their families bought when they were like, oh, we might be stuck inside. I'm gonna buy this. So you guys are puzzle buyers. I think I was a little bit too, I don't know, foolhardy. I didn't really think I was going to need any particular supplies, so I really didn't stock up on anything.
Yeah, my mom can do a lot of.
Yeah, that's good. She's a smart woman, planning ahead.
Exactly. We also bought this game. We've only played it a few times because we've been in quarantine. I mean, it's like not the most exciting game to like start up, but once you get into it, it's fun. And it's called like Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, I've heard of that game before. I think, isn't it like a French game?
I don't know. It's about America though, and there might be different versions because it's like one of those games you can definitely have different versions of.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's just kind of this game of like trains. It seems really boring, but you kind of like there's a lot of competition involved, so I get pretty competitive with it. And this is like the back of the board is like America.
Ooh. Who is the best Ticket to Ride player in your family thus far?
I think it's my mom.
Yeah.
Or Pilates is pretty good too. But we also, this is probably the favorite thing my mom bought. It's like this table tennis thing.
Shut up.
You like hook onto a table, and then she bought like the paddles and stuff. So we played this a few times, and it's really easy because you just like hook it on.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like, cause that was when the day like we were in quarantine, my mom bought like the Ticket to Ride and like all these little things, and we've kind of just been like cycling through. It's been really fun.
I love it. That is serious positivity. I'm especially intrigued by this ping pong net situation.
I know. I was like really confused if it was going to work, and it does pretty well.
Oh, it's good stuff. Wow, I love it. All right. Well, I have one more thing I wanted to do before we depart from each other forever. Not really. And it is, I want to give you a couple of would you rather situations, because I think would you rather is extra fun when you're in quarantine and you really have to think about like,
Love this game.
I don't know, the end times. Would you rather know all the world's languages, or would you rather be able to converse with animals?
Probably languages. Because I've always wanted to know, like when I'm walking down like the street of like Disney World or something, when there's like a bunch of different cultures. That sounds weird, but when I hear other people speaking a language and I'm like, I wonder what they're saying. Like they could literally be talking crap about me, but they're probably not. But I just want to know what they're saying. I mean, animals, I've gone this far without really having that much of a want to know what they're thinking, because it's probably not good. They're like, we hate humans, you know? So I don't really want to.
Okay, follow-up question. If you could know all the world's languages, or you could read people's thoughts, but they stayed in their language. So, but still, you know all the English speaking person's thoughts.
Yeah, definitely the second one. I've always thought like how cool it would be. It also would like, I mean, I'd probably put myself in check, because I'd be like, what do people actually think about me while I'm talking to them?
No, I wonder that too.
It might drive me like insane, but like that seems kind of fun for the first,
I feel like you should be able to have a switch where you could turn it on and off in case you don't want to know people's thoughts.
Because would you just like walk up to someone and they just start like speaking to you? Like, I don't know how it would work.
I feel like it would work like in the movie What Women Want. Have you seen that movie with Mel Gibson?
No, I've seen it like on.
Highly recommend. It's like old and silly, but he basically is a ad executive a la like Mad Men, and he has this task where he has to like sell products to women, and so he like accidentally electrocutes himself in the bathtub, but doesn't die, and somehow becomes able to read people's minds. And it's fascinating to see like what all the people are thinking. It's very spot on. Mel Gibson's kind of the worst, but you know, his movie is pretty cool. That one at least. All right, would you rather be stuck in an elevator or stuck on a ski lift? And I have experienced one of these actually, and so I have some strong feelings, but you tell me yours.
I mean, I want to say elevator, but I feel like I would say ski lift, because it's more like open space and you're more likely with other people.
Oh, interesting. I'm intrigued by your answer. That was very thoughtful.
It's because like, I mean, you never said the ski lift was going to fall. I mean, I'm not that, like,
it's not a falling ski lift. I mean, eventually it may, but
I'm not that afraid of heights, I think. Like, there's a ski lift I go on like every year at Knoebels, because it's just kind of like a ride that they do. And like, it stops every once in a while, and I never get that nervous. But like elevators, I feel like I'd be nervous about like it breaking, and I'd be nervous because I was in a small space. So I feel like that's kind of like a double whammy.
Yeah, it could be like a Tower of Terror situation. I could see that. Well, I actually have not been stuck on a ski lift exactly, but I once had a very not cheaply made, just a very aged ski boot that basically I was on a ski mountain with my parents, and it just cracked down the center, like boop, came off my foot. And I was at the top of the mountain when it happened. And so the guy at the top, like the ski lift dude, was like, well, I guess you have to go down the lift because you can't ski down. So I had to go down the ski lift, and it was one of the most mortifying things I've ever done. This was a moment where I really wanted to read people's minds too, because I was like, what are these people thinking about this weird child by herself holding a cracked ski boot going down the lift? Either they think I'm like a crazy rebel or like a freak show. So I also found that you know, skiing is not my thing, and also it's really cold, so if you were stuck on a ski lift, you could be like freezing.
Oh, that too.
But yeah, I feel the elevator situation. Ugh, I don't know. That's a tough one.
The
I
elevator
think
is
I would pick the elevator. But okay, last question.
okay.
Would you rather be an adult your entire life or be a kid for your entire life?
This is a good question because I've talked to my dad about this a lot because I think it's pretty cool being a kid because you don't have to like really worry that much. Or at least, I mean, I'm lucky enough that I don't have to worry that much about like money situation and stuff like that, or like I don't have to pay taxes for like, existing. And so that's been pretty cool. But then my dad said he loves being an adult better than being a kid because you just get so many more freedoms
Okay.
than you do as a kid. So I don't know. Would I have the same wisdom? Like, and when I'm an adult, do I have the same mindset as a baby, or am I like an adult?
That's again, I feel like we have too many unknowns in these questions. The kid, I mean, kid is anything up to 18, right? So theoretically, you could be a kid and you could be
It'd be like 17.
16 or 17 and
Yeah.
driving your car, doing your thing, but still, your parents are paying for your life. That, I mean, that's a pretty
That's
sweet.
probably the best.
But then again, I remember being very stressed as a 16-year-old. That might have been a me problem, but like, I feel like I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get A's and everything, and I have to be the number one this and do the best at that, and that was probably a me problem. But I don't think I would go back to that particular age. But I don't know. I'm thinking, like, I ask my students this every year, like, what is the ideal age to be? And I feel like it's maybe like 3.
Yeah. I mean,
Three.
I wish I had the same mindset as I do now if I was like 3.
Oh, okay. So 3 with the wisdom of an adult. Okay. So this is another movie I'm thinking about now. That movie, Look Who's Talking, where like the baby is like thinking thoughts and the viewer of the movie can hear them, but the family can't. That's also a worthy watch. I'm going old school with my old movies. I don't know where this came from. I don't know a lot of movies, but you're bringing up my movie knowledge. And that's a good one. So yeah, it's like a baby who knows more than we give babies credit for knowing. Isn't there a movie about that?
TV connoisseur.
Well, Evelyn, it has been a pleasure chatting with you. I would like you to know that you are the same thing that my book says, which is awesome. You are awesome.
Thank you, Miss Whitman. You are awesome too.
Thank you. I'm actually thinking you need to read this book. It's really good. So after I finish it, I'm going to leave it on your porch.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's been a pleasure having you. You are delightful, and I'm so appreciative of your positivity. Family game time, and I kind of like, it's making me nostalgic for my younger days of family game time. I feel like I might force my family onto a Zoom call so we can play some categories or something. But let's toast to the many joys in life. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, toast me, girl. Yes. All right. And then send me that picture. I think that's what Micah says we have to do.
Like, I don't, wait, let me see if I could get the lighting right. Wait, okay. Let's see if that turned out good. Yeah, that's good.
Yay, okay. Thank you, Micah, for making us confused. He's good for that.
Thank you, Micah.
That and intro songs. So, Evelyn, I look forward to seeing you again in the flesh one day. That day will come. And I wish you a lovely weekend.
You too. Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, beautiful. Well, friends, I think we can all agree that Evelyn is the best. Just a delightful human, a delightful family she's a part of, and she's just always full of spunk and energy. So I love her, and I'm thankful to her. Thank you, Evelyn, for joining us today on the tea. I just messaged her right after we said goodbye on our Zoom call, and I said I could have tea with you literally every day, and I think I really could. She's one of those people. They're good people you can have tea with every day. Good people. So thank you, Evelyn. And thank you, viewers, for joining us today on The Tea. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.